Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bliss Ball Studios in Byron Bay. My name is Ohad, and I will be talking about a little behind the scenes of a track I produced for my Kirtan project, Omkar Kirtan. And this track is called Lokah. In brackets, may all beings be happy and free. And it's part of my mantra music album, In the Names of Love, which is now released on all digital platforms. Just to tell you a little bit about kirtan and mantra music, in this practice, we chant mantras or call what is known as the names of love or the names of the divine. It's an ancient practice, stems from India, been around for thousands of years, and it's very ecstatic, very energetic, very uplifting, and has blissful effects. Now, to capture the spirit of such a practice in the production is very challenging. It's mainly a practice that's done in a group, in a room, so it's very lively. And so, you can either record it live, but then you're kind of compromising on your production values and your options of getting like really good sounds. Or in a studio environment, to catch that lively aspect. And a lot of in kirtan is about that tension, about something that's starting very slow, very spacious, and slowly growing bit by bit and getting more and more tense and more erratic and more uplifting until it all just blows up in a climatic manner. And that's usually when you see people dancing in the other side of the room. And to achieve that effect in a recording, I had to take a really unique approach in the production. And I'd love to dive in now and show you some tricks. So here we have the session. I'm working on Logic, and I find it to be a very user-friendly software. And the thing I'm going to talk to you about today quickly and just cover is the beat mapping, the tempo mapping of this song. So because I was recording the song in my studio, in Bliss Ball Studios, doing most of the things myself, the percussion, the bass, singing, the guitars, bells. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of supported by samples. So I still wanted it to beat to click, but I find that this kind of music, when it's stuck on a click and the click is just the tempo is just the same throughout, you lose that intensity, that evolving, rapturous quality that comes with this type of music. So I wanted the tempo to be dynamic and gradually grow. So if we look at the tempo here, it starts at about 60 BPMs and it slowly starts growing. Here it's at just another BPM up, 61 BPM, and then it goes back to 60 even, and then it starts slowly increasing. And here you can see it already at 64, 72, and you can see that curve, and that's a really nice function of Logic, that it just allows you to do a natural curve and let the tempo grow. And you see it grows quite substantially until it kind of peaks at, what is it? What's the peak? 130 something BPM. So we started at 60 and we got to 130 BPM. That's quite a difference. And then you can see it gradually slowing down again, slowing down. And that's also a very important aspect in the practice, that after we peak, we reach this climatic moment, we also bring it back down. We soothe again just to bring it to that closure. And, you don't want to be left hanging high. So it comes down gradually and eventually ends at even a slower tempo than it started, at about 56 BPM. For example, let's have a look at the tablas here. I'll just solo them so we can hear the tablas alone. So it's a really beautiful sample. These tablas were, I grabbed them from a beautiful sample pack by Earth Moments. And they do exquisite samples. And this was all recorded in India, I think, in their studio in Chennai. And they also have samples from all over the world. So really, really great sample packs that these guys do. So as you can see, it sounds really sweet. And so this loop is just steady. Here we can hear it at 60 BPM. And I'll just fast forward to a later point of the song. This is about 80 BPM. So, and it's slightly increasing each time. You can hear that build up. And there's something, when we hear a tempo increasing, that's something that really lures us to join in, and we want to kind of like join in and start clapping immediately. Or at least I find that I want to do it. And then let's listen to when it reaches the peak. So it's quite crazy at this point. But this is real party vibes, hey? At this point. So this is the tabla. And now I'll also play, I'll go back to the slower bits. Also play it along with the dholak. Let me just solo the dholak for a sec. So the dholak is a lesser known Indian percussion instrument. Everybody knows about the tabla, but dholak's a beautiful instrument, mainly used for kirtan because it's got that ability. You got that ability to play it fast and hit it hard. And it consists of two ends of the drum. One, a low end that creates the bass sounds, and a top end that creates those high hits. So in the beginning, there's just a combination of tabla and dholak, providing that nice bed of rhythm, fills here or there. And you might not be able to hear this low drum if you're just listening through the computer. But if you listen through your speakers or through good headphones, you might be able to hear this really subby low drum that just enhances the time. Still focusing on the rhythm here, there's some bells. So the cartels are really, really crucial in kirtan for just driving the rhythm. And you know, in India you'd sometimes just see even singers just with cartels, chanting and cartels, and that's enough. More advanced ensemble would be maybe singing, drum and cartel. Then you can add like a melodic or accompanying instrument to it, like a harmonium, which sounds, let's get the harmonium here, like this. So the harmonium, an instrument that resembles the accordion, a box with one hand blowing the air into the reeds and another hand is playing the keyboards. And as the tempo increases, added some claps. You can really start feeling the groove here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna solo all the rhythm bits, all the elements together. And let me find the bass. guitar, Beatles bass. And I found it to be a really perfect guitar for Kirtan, because it's got quite a really nice low end, but also really nice mid-range. And because of its short neck and just the ability to run up and down the neck, it's really playful. And added some acoustic guitars to it. Everything's really shimmering here. Some percussion shaking on the lead. Piano. Let's take it back again. Let's make it more slow. Start of the song. You can hear now, I've just added that tempura. Let's just solo the tempura for a sec. So the tempura gives that drone, that constant drone that puts you in a trance-like state. Bansuri, beautiful Bansuri played by Shyam Kishore. Bansuri is like an Indian flute. Put the harmonium there just to provide us with harmony. And so some violin. Can you hear the violin here? Some really gentle violin played by Clarissa Pollock. And then let's play the vocals. So main vocal.
Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
And really beautiful meaning to this chant. Lokah Samasta Bhavantu
Om Namah Shivaya.
Means may all beings be happy and free.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Let's start hearing the choir now.
Om Namah Shivaya.
So some harmonies by Lalita Devi.
Lokah Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokah
More harmonies.
Samasta Sukhino.
Let's see the whole thing together.
Bhavantu. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah.
So by their nature, these kirtan tracks are quite long. We're only starting to build up 7 minutes, about 7 minutes into the song. It's well beyond where most songs would normally be. So it hasn't even started yet. Kanye West element just before we go to that big, big, big eruption. This is so much fun now.
Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva.
Okay. So I'll just. Oh yeah, this is actually another sample I used from the Earth Moments sample pack. A beautiful sample of the Dilruba. The Dilruba violin-like Indian instrument. A bit of an easier version of the Sarangi, if you know that. It really sounds like someone crying, wailing. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today for a little behind the scenes of this track. It's the 4th track on the new Omkar Kirtan album. The album is called In the Names of Love, and I hope you've enjoyed this little dive behind the scenes. Thank
you. Samasta Sukhi